I believe that we all have a message to share, and this is the one I have for you today. So
Thank you.
thank you. So just picture this to begin.
Okay.
Let's say that you are in a line, and the line is so long, and it goes so slow that you have to be in the line because whatever it is that you have to do, you have to wait in line. And when you are about to get to whatever it is that you are getting there, all of a sudden someone comes and cuts you off. So how do you feel about that? Just think about what your body feels. Just sense what comes to you, what emotions come to you when that happens. And now, what perspectives can come to you about the person who cut you off in line? Don't say what you're thinking, but just feel it and you know what it is, right? So the question here is like, why did that happen to you in the first place? Why did someone came and cut you off? Because that didn't happen just because this person was unconscious and didn't want to make the line. It has a behind the scenes that maybe you haven't been able to see yourself. And it's showing up by this situation. So all of this is speaking to us, and sometimes the world and everything that is all of our experiences are speaking to us. And sometimes we don't listen and we don't see what they want to show us. But each experience is showing us something. And if it makes us uncomfortable, then I would say stop and see the scene. What is this telling me that makes me uncomfortable? That may be some emotions like rage come, rejection, resentment. What could it be? Anger? Frustration? What came to you when I talk about the scene? What did came to you when I talk about the scene? What did you think when you saw yourself in the scene? See, because these things, even though we might think is us, not necessarily is us. We are all carrying memories that haven't been healed from the past. So when we experience that hasn't been healed, then we feel the same way as someone in the past felt. Maybe someone felt that when someone cut you off, oh, someone is abusive. How is this person be doing this? Maybe abuse is talking to you. Maybe when someone cuts you off, said, I feel betrayed. Like someone, is taking my place. Then betrayal is talking to you. Then if someone comes here and you feel frustrated, then, well, maybe someone in the past felt frustrated and couldn't overcome that feeling. So we, the descendants, are living again those sort of memories that awaken also within ourselves, and we don't know that they are not ours. So when we come here as descendants, right, and whatever wasn't healed in the past, well, someone must resolve. So what happens then? Well, the descendants need to go through certain experiences to suffer certain sort of emotions that weren't healed in the past. So maybe you as a descendant today can heal that. It could be resentment, it could be anger, it could be whatever it is that each of you needs to resolve. The question here is, do you know what's yours? Do you know what you came to heal from your ancestors? Because what happened to us is not coincidence. It's all synchronicity. So I came today to share with you a little bit about how to heal our ancestors. All of those memories from the past that are affecting us today, that are affecting our relationships, that are affecting our finances, that are affecting our health, our success. Everything is connected to our ancestors. And it didn't start with your parents. Of course, it didn't start with you, but it didn't start with your parents, not even with your grandparents. It started long time ago, from the beginning of the history of humanity. Our ancestors have been going through all of these sort of experiences, such as loss, rejection, exclusion, betrayal, humiliation, abandonment. Abandonment is a huge one. So all of those memories from behind, your family system is carrying some of those. Some of those memories are pulsing within you, because that information comes in your DNA, in the epigenetics of your DNA. See, the DNA doesn't, when it's transferred to the descendant, it comes doesn't change. But these memories are attached to it in the epigenetics. These are the genetics, these are the epigenetics. And those memories that were resolved are there within you, pulsing. Dormant, but pulsing. So at a certain point, something happens and you feel attacked, or something impacted you, or a trauma came that maybe your ancestors got to experience, then that memory awakens in you. And then you feel the same. You feel attacked, because it was all about survival in the past. Not at this moment, not so much, but it was in the past. Look for how much we have gone through generations to be able to free ourselves today. And we think we are free because we think we are free of choosing and expressing. But within ourselves, are we truly free? If it is so, then why are we still repeating repetitive patterns that are dysfunctional? And that we don't want them, because we consciously know we don't want that, but still, it happens again. And then you're tired of trying to get rid of it, and you don't know how. I'm going to think positive. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to get this cleansing and guidance and all of it. And it just doesn't happen that way, because it's so attached to you. Those roots are so strong within you that they just apply again in the moment when you least expect it. So I'm going to talk about how to heal that. Would you like to know that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? I'm glad. So I can continue speaking. Yeah. Okay, so Bert Hellinger. What? Oh, I thought you would say something. So Bert Hellinger, I'm going to talk a little bit about Bert Hellinger. I am a facilitator, and also I teach and train on family constellations. I don't know if you have heard about it, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about family constellations today. That's my service, that's my purpose. I came to serve through it, helping to heal the field of memories from the past. Because I feel that when we get to change that feeling, that emotion, then we really get to create a different destiny. It's not understanding that we create the change. It is feeling the change when we set that DNA in a different direction. And that's what we do with constellations. Family constellations is a tool to transcend a conflict that a person has that doesn't know where it comes from, but is attached to his or her family system, and it is affecting the relationships, health, money, abundance, whatever it is. So we're going to talk about today 3 principles of order, because what happened in the line, right? Everybody's following the line, and this guy comes in front of it. So someone cut the order, right? We are supposed to flow with an order. Where there is order, then love can flow. If there is no order, chaos happens, right? So this person who came in front of the line created a chaos not only in the person that you were there, but in all of the other persons that went behind you. I'm sure all of them were like, what? Right? What? So that's what happens when one person unconsciously, because of no this that we are talking about today, comes in front of the line, creates all of this disorder in the system, because that line is already a system. Everybody's following a flow, so everybody will get to wherever it's going. But this person comes in the middle and says, no, I'm gonna go first, I'm not gonna make the line. So that's also happening in your life, and you haven't realized that. So Bert Hellinger discovered these 3 principles because let's talk a little bit about him. He was a missionary, and he was German. He was sent during the times of war. He was sent to Africa to be a missionary for the Zulu tribe. And when he gets to Africa, funny thing is that he starts seeing all of these people that relate in this such a harmonious way. And he was like, but I don't get that. We, the civilians, are at war, and then these guys relate in such a harmony. So instead of him teaching them, he was learning from them. How do these people do this that we, the civilians, are wrong? Something is not flowing right? So he realized that they were following certain principles. And those are the principles that I am going to talk about today. So there are 3 principles of order, or they are also called orders of love. The first one is called the order of belonging, or the law of belonging, because it is a law. Those are laws that should be followed for order to move on, right? So the law of belonging says that we all belong to the system. No matter what you do, no matter what you think, no matter what the person did, we all belong to the oneness. But when we become human, we forget that. And then when this person cuts off, I just want to reject this person. He should be go to jail because that's a crime. That person should do this because he did that. And all of the minds are excluding this person out of the system because of what this unconsciousness did. But this person might not know what we are knowing today. Still, our minds go to the conditioning of what we as a community created. And then we exclude the person. So when we are talking about exclusion, there are many details here. Let's talk about the family system. Let's say that these men and women, these partners, right, had a baby. And let's say that there was a miscarriage or an abortion. And let's say that no one told about that because back then it was a sin, it was a secret, whatever it was, that no one wanted to talk about it. So it was kept secret. So then the second child comes and doesn't know about the first one, because that baby who came, no matter if it was an abortion, had a place in the system. So the second one comes and kind of fills that space and feels strange. It's like, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm out of place. And I hear that when they come and like to my sessions and say, I don't know, I feel like I don't have a place in the world. Like, or I'm like so distracted all the time, or I'm like spaced out, where that person is taking a space of someone who hasn't been recognized. See? So that baby was, yes and yes, belong to the system. Mm-hmm. And we need to we don't need to tell anybody about it. But if that's your case, or you know something that happened in your system that was affected by this, you can just close your eyes for a moment. And because it didn't happen to you, but it could have happened to your ancestors, Did you know how many babies weren't recognized? So just put your hands on your womb, no matter if you're a man or a woman, and say, I'm placing my hands here on my womb to recognize all those babies that I know and that I don't know of. And I do include them. And just say this, I see you. Just say it, I see you. I recognize you. I'm sorry if you couldn't be here. You have a place in our system and in my heart. You belong. Let's take a deep inhalation and exhale. And just see if you know that in your system, maybe your children or brothers and sisters, or before you, aunts, uncles, that haven't been able to be put in that position of the system, and just bring a light in that space and create that order of belonging. And just feel that presence. Feel that presence. Very good. Let's take a deep inhalation. Exhale. As you exhale, you liberate all the guilt and shame from your ancestors. And if it was your case, that was how it was supposed to be. Very good. You can open your eyes now. Let's talk about something else. What about those ancestors who committed crime? Those that you weren't supposed to talk about. The uncle who went to prison because he committed, I don't know, murder, he killed someone, or raped someone, or something, stole, betrayed. Whatever that person did, that person came with the purpose of having this experience for the system to see that there is something that haven't been able to be seen, that pulses within that system. So if I don't kill someone, then I kill my dreams. I kill my goals. That's a way of killing too. If I don't lie to others, I lie to myself. I say I'm gonna do it and I don't. See, all of these little details that you think that are just thoughts are not, are big. And they are affecting you. And if you don't get to see them, guess what? The front line eventually is going to have to go through the same. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about the second principle then. The second principle is the law of hierarchy. The law of hierarchy says that there is an order of precedence. See, the ancestors came first, then the grandparents, the parents, the children, grandchildren, right? But maybe something happened in the past, let's say about surviving. Let's say that the father had to go to war and died. And so maybe the oldest son says, okay, I have to take that role of the father. And I need to go and work and provide for my mom and my family. And I'm saying that that doesn't only happened in the past. It's still happening because I still know families and people who come, oh, I have to take care of my mom, my dad, and my siblings. So you're still doing the same. Oh, because who else is going to do it? See, and that is the way of keeping the system going. Of course, we want the system to keep going until someone resolves that. But that could be you today, instead of allowing the same transgenerational dysfunction. So then this person comes later and tells me, I don't know why I cannot get a partner. Well, that person became the husband or the wife of the mom or the dad, and then has already kids, which are brothers and the siblings. So that is a disorder. That is a disorder because that's not the role of the person. See? And so when that happens, it creates conflict for everybody. You would think that you're helping your family, but you are not by doing this. See, there is a love that is bigger than the love of we as humans think it is. See? And we get confused thinking that by taking me out of that role and allowing people to grow, my siblings to my peers, my siblings to grow and do their thing, I'm not going to help you anymore because you can do it yourself. And then you feel bad about it because then you say, but they are not going to be able to make it because they are so used to me telling them what to do, how to do it, or giving them money or helping them in another way. So you are not really helping. See? All of these little details people don't see often, but they are affecting you and all of the members of the system. So we need to put that in order. See, like the person who cut off in line, it's not the first one. It should be the last one in the line. And that person, or the law comes and tells them, or the consciousness tell the person that I'm supposed to be the last one. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Very good. So let's talk about the third law. The third principle is called the law of equilibrium. There is an equilibrium between giving and receiving. You don't take more of what you need, and you don't give more of what you have. Because then the balance goes off, right?
Yeah.
So this principle, you might understand it, but when it comes to reality, how does it apply? I'm gonna give you an example here. One time I had a client who came and he was angry at his ex-wife because he said, I cannot forgive her because I gave her everything a woman would desire and she still left me. So I was asking him more questions, right? So tell me a little bit more about that. So he said, well, I was paying for her school, and then I was buying her things and jewelry and things for the house. So she had like a palace, and she still left me. So I started to ask him about his genealogical tree, right? And the thing here was that he was giving him too much. And she was taking a lot. But how she was going to be paid back for all of that was too much for that woman to pay back at a certain point. So instead of having more debt, she decided to leave. This is all energetically. It all happens in the quantum level, right? It consciously, you don't see any of this. It's that you do things and I don't know why I reacted that way. Or I don't know why I decided to make this decision. Or all of the blues and then I just did it. Well, it has something struggling that is all energetic. So when we were like talking about his family system, he had issues with his mother who had left him when he was a child. So he was trying to avoid this woman, which was my mom, to leave me again because I cannot bear the pain of abandonment. So he will give her whatever for her not to leave. That is self-manipulation also behind it. See, that he couldn't see. So we need to see what are the behind all these mechanisms that we create, because behind that, each of our wounds, there are mechanisms to survive and to protect ourselves that are affecting us and cannot allow us to be ourselves as well. Or our true self. We cannot show our true self because we are afraid of being hurt. So this is a principle where you can see that there is imbalance, because this woman was also being, give me, I need more. So this is like a girl. Dad taking care of a girl. See, there's two disorders here. One of the hierarchy, because then this woman, instead of being the wife at this level, was like a girl. And then this man who was supposed to be the husband becomes the parent. So look at the distance between these two. When it's supposed to be a partner relationship here. See, so where are we with our partner when we become that inner child that has this wound, that I need you to see me and to talk to me and to be with me and to come with me and needy. Or when I do become the mother of my husband or the father of, my wife. And all of these principles that are very simple are applied in our lives in many ways. And it could be dysfunctional in your case and you haven't been able to see what is behind the scenes. So these three principles I wanted you to know today, and because it is important to see something else. See, we feel that this emptiness that I haven't been able to fulfill makes me do this thing. We forgot that we are already complete. But if I'm feeling this, I need, then you're not in that complete state of yourself. You are in that inner child of you who feels that needs something to fulfill that. See, so that creates that sort of disorder. And that emptiness is the one that kind of get us distracted for our true nature. And then we get lost. In that distraction, we get lost in the humanity. Make sense? Are you understanding? Okay, so that's all of our psychology, pretty much. This is all psychology of us as humans. We have a two double coin, right? We have a divine side that don't need anything because it's complete. And then we have this human side that needs help, that needs healing, that needs to confront, turn around and see your past and see what your past can tell you that you are still doing it the same. So you can feel complete. Because that completeness is still there in the origin of life. But throughout all of these generations, it got lost somewhere. So we need to take a journey to go and recover that we are. So we can become conscious beings and bring consciousness with the way we connect, the things we do, the abundance we get. Because that's our true treasure, that divine treasure that we all deserve. It's part of what we can enjoy here. But until we don't fix that, then we won't be able to get that and experience it, even though in the humanity. Because that's the idea, that we as humans have the possibility to recreate a destiny where we can enjoy all of that here, heaven on earth. So let's do just a little exercise before I finish so you can have an experience of constellations. Okay. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's pair, find one partner, and we're gonna be standing for this exercise. We're gonna do just a little exercise for you to experience constellations. And face each other. Face each other with your partner.
She's up because we're in 5.
Oh, he's recording.
Okay. Did you find your partner? Everybody has a partner? Who doesn't have a partner? You don't? There's someone here that is a partner.
Who doesn't have a partner?
Who doesn't have a partner?
Nicholas. Oh, Nicholas. Nicholas. You go explain. Oh, he's recording. Yeah. Here. Partner.
3 pair there.
Or Kathy, do you want to go with them?
Okay. Everybody ready with the partners? Okay. One is gonna be A and the other one is going to be B. Choose. Do you have it? But do you want to do the exercise? You can do it. You can just bring a person here that is going to be B. That's going to be B. Just pretend that B is here. Okay? That works. Like you can actually do this yourself. But that's more advanced. But I'm just gonna tell her that she can have B in front of her. Okay. So this is how it's going to happen. Just think of someone who did something to you that caused you, I don't know, hurt you, or caused you something that makes you feel uncomfortable, or that did something that you don't agree with, or did something that just causes you like, I don't like this person. Yeah? Okay, do you have it already in your mind? Okay. So A is going to be the one constellating, let's say, and B is going to be that person who hurt you. Okay? Look at that, she's saying already sorry. I should have taken a picture of your faces when I say that that's going to be B.
Can you rephrase that using different words?
Okay, so A is going to be the person who got hurt.
Okay.
And B is going to be the person who
Did the harm.
did the harm. Let's see. Okay, you ready? Answer? Yeah, okay. So I need you to be quiet. Oh, can you put a little bit of that music that you have? Thank you so much. So I need you to be very quiet here. Very quiet. Because when we enter in the field of memories, what we will be doing is entering the field of memories. When something happens, a memory is created. And when that memory wasn't resolved, it just stays there, pulsing, waiting for someone to resolve it. And we are gonna take this moment to do something about that. We need to be we are the only ones that can create that change. Okay? So you can bring whoever you feel you are ready to take this step. Could be mom, could be dad, it could be a brother, it could be someone out of the system who hurt the system or hurt you. So let's have the music, and you are going to be following my wording. When I say this, repeat it with your voice. Your voice has the power to allow your cells, the cells in your body, to heal, because we are creating a change by using our words. It's very important, okay? We are gonna be entering in this field of memories of that moment. So we are asking permission to step into this field, into that moment. And we are asking permission to connect again with this person. So just take a deep inhalation here. Inhale and exhale. You are ready for this today. So empty your mind from your own thoughts, which are human, and your emotions. Just let go of them. Just empty yourself to become a vessel at the service of this movement that we will be doing. As your healing will be the healing of all. And when you are ready, just open your eyes and connect with that person. See directly to your eyes. Don't talk. Please don't talk. Please don't talk. This isn't about talking. Just stay quiet. Open your eyes and see that person in front of you. Let go of your hands, thumb and cross. And just go back to that moment when you felt the way you felt. Keep your eyes in contact, please. See each other to the eyes. And say this. I see you.
I see you.
Only the person who got hurt. I see you.
I see you.
I recognize you.
I recognize you.
You are showing me
You are showing me
something that I need to hear.
something that I need to heal.
It hurt.
It felt.
It hurt.
It felt.
It was difficult for me.
It was difficult for me.
But now I can see
But now I can see
what it was for.
what it was for.
What you did
What it did.
is pulsing within me. Thank you for showing me.
Thank you for showing me.
I take responsibility
I take responsibility
for my emotions
for my emotions
and my perspectives.
and my perspective.
And I will be processing this
And I am processing this
and looking in my past
and looking in my past
until I find
until I find
what this is telling me
what this is telling me
and what I need to hear.
and what I need to heal.
Take a deep inhalation. Exhale. Say, I honor you.
I honor you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You belong.
You belong.
And now you are going to bow to that person. Very good. How the ones who just did the exercise feel?
It was connection. Definitely.
It's just changing your perspective what makes you change. See? Let's switch now. Let's switch now. We can ask questions afterwards. Let's switch now so we don't lose the moment. So now B is going to be the person who got hurt. And then A is going to be the person who hurt you. Okay, just close your eyes again. Close your eyes again. Let's take a deep inhalation. Inhale and exhale. And now B. Just bring to your mind, recall to that memory that you had with this person in front of you that caused you this discomfort. Feel it in your body. What emotions come to you? What perspectives come to you? See how your body feels about it. Notice it. Just recognize that, because this is your opportunity to heal it. If you feel anger, say, I just feel angry. Frustrated, resentment, whatever it is. Just you know your case. And now everybody open your eyes and connect with that person. And say, I see you.
I see you.
I recognize you.
I recognize you.
I can see
I can see
that what you are showing me
that what you're showing me
is something that I need to hear.
is something that I need to hear.
Thank you
Thank you
for that.
for that.
It hurt me.
It hurts me.
Now I can see
Now I can see
that is my own perspective
that is my own perspective
that makes me see you like that.
that makes me see like that.
I'm gonna turn around to see
To see
where it comes from in my family system.
where it comes from in my family system.
In my family system. It's not you,
It's not you.
it's me.
It's me.
I take my part
I take my part
to fix it,
to fix it.
and I leave you with your part.
And I leave you with your part.
You can now bow to the person. Take a deep inhalation here and exhale. So before we sit down, just close your eyes for a moment. Everybody, A and B. And acknowledge what you felt. What emotions came to you. Because those are the ones that you need to follow in order to heal. Be in gratitude that you got to acknowledge this. As the person in front of you is your blessing to show you that opportunity to change your destiny. And now you are going to bow to each other. Everybody can take it. Yeah, you can hug each other, say thank you. How did you feel with that?
Pretty good.
It's not easy. Who said that it was gonna be easy? And this is just a little exercise because we have to go deep. I didn't go to mom and dad because that's where we need to heal the most. And so I want to open this moment to invite you to search. What happened to them, they didn't mean to happen that way. They couldn't give you what they didn't have because maybe they didn't get it either from their parents. So we need to heal two things: that inner child of yours and your ancestors. How are you doing with that part of the journey? Because that's a journey to take. That is not easy. And that's for brave people. Only warriors take that journey. But that journey is so rewarding. Because then afterwards, you just got to feel that it's all the soul needs. It's an acknowledgement, it's a liberation that takes you to that state of peace and consciousness. It takes us back to our source, to who we are. It integrates our unconsciousness with our consciousness. We cannot separate that because then we cannot move forward. We need to integrate it in order to liberate it.
Thank you.